Sorry, just had some technical difficulties there. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, valued customers, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to FloorBotics. Sorry about the technical audio things. We stand here today filled with excitement and gratitude as we embark on a momentous occasion, the launch of FloorBotics, our revolutionary cleaning machines that are posed to transform the essence of facility floor cleaning. Throughout history, with over 4,500 years, we relied on manual cleaning tools, from sweeping the sands with brooms of the magnificent Egyptian pyramids to meticulously mopping the floors of ancient Greek, the first Greek hospital in Athens for life-saving operations. Then we move into the 1800s, where Florence Nightingale's team was hand-scrubbing hospital ward floors on their hands and knees. The art of cleaning has been manually and human efforts. It's a tradition deeply rooted in our past and a testament to our commitment to cleanliness and hygiene. Fast forward to less than 120 years ago, with the advent of the electricity, brought a significant innovation shift in the way that we approach cleaning. The innovation of the electric vacuum cleaner motor and the electric polisher revolutionized the cleaning industry, making the cleaning process more efficient and less labor intensive. It was a step towards progress, a glimpse into the potential of the technology enhancing cleaning practices. This is a sign of machines assisting humans and co-working to clean. 2023, the world has changed a lot. We can fly on autopilot. A car can drive itself across the city with an autonomous vehicle. We can order food to our door with a click of a few buttons on an app. But we're still wet mopping a floor manually. Now the question arises, are we prepared to embrace the transformation change? Watch our video and listen to some of the people about robotic cleaning.
I don't like him.
Yeah, we have heard about it.
I don't have much experience with it, but I think it's a bit of a trend.
I've came across the many years ago. Work on a few projects. I know about a little bit about machine learning, deep learning, the neural networks.
I hate cleaning.
If I'm not too busy, yeah, sure.
Reaching high standards.
Wiping, sleep. Yeah, we do quite a lot of cleaning on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, I don't think you really need it.
It could be helpful. Like it offers more time for employees to focus on essentials.
It would reduce the time that it takes us to clean, especially throughout the day. It would give us a quicker turnaround for the tables cleaning.
We save a lot of money, I guess. In terms of companies, they'll have to hire cleaners.
I think artificial intelligence is gonna increase the efficiency of whatever industry it gets into.
Turn on, let them do their job. It's very easy for me.
We also have an interview with David Frederick from the Royal Brisbane and Royal Women's Hospital. Let's hear what he says regarding cleaning and some of the challenges.
Now the executive are asking us to think outside the box and say, okay, how can we be more productive? And we went over to Singapore just at the end of COVID, so we thought we'd just do a little test out of the country, and we went over to Singapore, and I was so fascinated. We were going in the subway in Singapore, and they had this little robot just going up and down cleaning floors, and it was singing. That's what we need to do. We need to get these people, instead of complaining, they can sing songs and get them to start working. Since COVID started, and then with the trying to get staff, and then we had also union disputes as well, which made it a little bit harder. We haven't had an increase in staffing levels for about 10 or so years with where we are here. We got big areas in the hospital. I don't know if you know Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital. It's a huge hospital in Queensland, in Brisbane, and we got a lot of big areas. Like when you come into the main entrance of the hospital, it's a big open foyer, and that's got a lot of tiled area. And then with the big the main building, we got a lot of long corridors for carpet, and they're very straight carpets. And we employ one full-time staff member on afternoon shift. Most of the cleaning gets done on afternoon shift, except for in the wards. And he just sits on either a sweeper or a scrubber and just rides around. We can get him doing something else, and we can just get the robots doing that at night time. I'm really keen. I think robotics is going to be the way to go. If they can help us do a better cleaning service, I'm all for it.
In the video, David mentioned some of the cleaning challenges he's facing. Actually, facilities are facing more cleaning challenges than probably was expected a couple of years ago. Workforce supervision, retention management, ensuring productivity and cleaning efficiency, risk of in facilities and confidential information, staff training and education, and health and safety risk management. Those challenges cannot be solved often with the traditional cleaning methods. As a result, isn't it time to revolutionise? The next step, the inception of FloorBotics, dates back to the year 2000, when Duncan, Gary, and myself embarked on a journey to develop specialised floor cleaning robots for the commercial cleaning market. We've collaborated with many organisations, from the Department of Defence. We've done development projects for them, Korean companies we've done, and also Dutch vacuum cleaner manufacturers. It exemplifies and culminates in centuries of cleaning expertise and an unwavering dedication to innovation. Our robotics cleaning machines harmonise, and the wisdom passed down from our ancestors, which has gone over 4,000 years, to now state-of-the-art semiconductor technology, heralding a new era of facility cleaning. So let's hear from my colleagues, from my business partners, FloorBotics business partner, Duncan Ashworth, previously a Vice President of Engineering at AMD, so Advanced Micro Devices, so the competitor to Intel, and Gary also worked at AMD, ex-CEO, COO of AMD, the semiconductor industry, and share their thoughts on how FloorBotics started and the spark at the beginning.
My name's Duncan Ashworth, and I'm the president of FloorBotics. I've recently retired from the semiconductor business after 41 years. This is my partner and COO, Gary Ashcraft, who together we worked with Advanced Micro Devices for most of our careers. The original motivation was just to save labor and improve the quality of floor cleaning, it dawned on me that labor rates are continuing to go up. And as they go up and up, automation is going to make more and more sense. So the more you can automate, the less expensive it gets for the consumer. First realization was that you could use a very inexpensive microcontroller as the computer heart for the robots. So, an $8 microcontroller actually has the horsepower and the memory capacity to map out a room. Both the algorithm and the floor space map could fit into a tiny microcontroller. The second part of it was evolution of batteries. Lithium iron phosphate batteries became much more efficient. The third magic ingredient that came together was the ultraviolet lights. As COVID came about, that you could replace the vacuuming mechanism on the early robots with low pressure mercury vapor lamps for UV sterilization. And so as a matter of combining the ultraviolet lights, the navigation algorithm, the low cost microcontroller, and the battery technology kind of all came together at the same time to realize that it was definitely possible to make a small robot that could run around and disinfect floors and make the world a safer place. So how do we see the future of robotics? Here is the purpose-driven robot of doing floor cleaning, food delivery, serving in restaurants, that sort of thing. That's more of where we are right now, and that still has plenty of room for growth. The next wave of robots will be more of a general purpose robot that is flexible and can do things like scrub the table while it's also answering the homework for your kids, from being very specific to more of a general purpose nature for the robots.
A lot of the discussions going on now is connecting robots and AI. There's a lot of concern about, are these robots going to destroy us or destroy the world? My view is that we're going to become so dependent on them. Technologies are being developed to allow computers to be actually interconnected with our brains. You can envision that we will just be augmented by robots.
It doesn't quit. It doesn't have a hangover. It doesn't demand more benefits. It can work as long as the batteries last, and then you recharge it and it goes again. It doesn't demand higher wages along the way. It adds a lot of value. Anything does go wrong, it can radio back and get service. I think there'd still be room for a human supervisor with a fleet of robots. Assign them a work area. But now that's one person that has maybe 40 robots, and let them go off and do their thing. And when they're done, they notify this person that their work is complete. The human is not completely replaced, but it's more at a supervisory level. There's a human at the top of this hierarchy that is managing things.
So a bit of background is my business partners there. So robotics, that's what we want to get into. And very shortly we will showcase some of the products and do some demonstrations for you, some of the technology. As a result, FloorBotics can benefit us in many different ways, increasing effectiveness and efficiencies, 24/7 cleaning, ensuring efficiency and consistency of cleaning, maintain cleaning standards the way you want them to be, enhance workforce management and co-working, and enhancing facility security and data confidentiality. By leveraging FloorBotics, facilities managers can effectively address some of the challenges of 2023 and beyond, and address the challenges that above, and hopefully streamline the commercial cleaning operations, your commercial cleaning operations. Additionally, FloorBotics commercial cleaning robots are suitable for a variety of cleaning areas: foyers, corridors, rooms, showrooms, warehouses. Doesn't matter whether it's a hospitality space like a restaurant or a hotel, to retail environments, to schools and education facilities and universities. They can be doing corridors and classrooms. In a healthcare facilities, certainly the large open thoroughfares where public are walking through and staff are walking through. So it really doesn't matter whether it's a large open environment, medium size areas, or small areas. Though originally our main focus was onto corridors, and because there are so many corridors and thoroughfares. But open facilities, high obstacle facilities of tables and chairs and desks and beds, the technology is very well suited to all different environments. So with their advanced technology and navigational algorithms and computational power, 3 brains matched with the power of LiDARs, ultrasonics, and infrared sensors, FloorBotics commercial cleaning robots are adept and effectively addressing the cleaning requirements of today in diverse environments, ensuring consistency and comprehensive facility cleaning outcomes. Gone are the days of boring, labor-intensive manual cleaning. With FloorBotics, we transcend the limitations of human capability and embrace the limitless potential of automation. These intelligent machines navigate our facilities autonomously, mapping every nook and cranny, basically generally leaving no spot unturned. The machines are able to reach into all different corners. They possess remarkable ability even to adapt to changing environments and floor surface, ensuring consistency and a very good cleaning experience. Now, what you've been waiting for, let's look at FloorBotics robots. Okay, now probably many people wanting to see the technology. We'll step you through these robots, and I'm sure people will put in questions into the chat. So we'll take you through first in showing you some of the technology, some of the products, and we've even got a couple of very old machines here, some of our earlier developments. So robots are designed for co-working. Co-working has been around, for 2 decades, and assisting you in transforming the way that you carry out floor cleaning in your facilities. So robots can now work alongside humans, provide assistance in a wide range of tasks while priority on efficiency. Task allocation, so setting robots off to clean floors while the humans go off and do more complicated tasks, more specialized tasks, from high dusting to rubbish bins to to a range of different more complex tasks. And hopefully the people are moving away from laborious type of cleaning of floor surface. So let's take a look down at some of the technology here. A glimpse in our past. So here is some of our old developments. This is VR4, FX5, pretty old beaten up machines, but these are some of our earlier developments, and now we'll move into some of our later. So here is the VR40, VR35. So these machines are vacuumed, they're sweeping machines. They can also be washing the floors as they go along. Then we move up to our VR55. So this is now a larger, basically another step up. So this is a 55 width machine. This can also go into a charging system, or it can be manually operated. So these machines are fully autonomous navigation machines. They will put them into operation. We'll bring it over here into our docking system. So all the machines, this machine can actually be, we can drop this down onto the ground, plug in the batteries. So there are battery packs that we can change over in it depending on the type of machine. Dirt containers, plug it in, and then the machines start. So the operators are just kicking the machines off and starting operations. That's all. Okay, so then we move on to machines of this larger nature. So these can be actually operated as a manual machine, or this can be fully autonomously navigating an environment. So the machines have obstacle detection and object detection, ultrasonic sensors. This is a vacuum machine, so it has a double brush system, so it's able to, many of you will be aware of the duplex system where we have our double brush system. So this has a double brush and it's agitating the floor surface, picking up and removing and vacuuming. So autonomously navigating around the facilities is certainly what you can do, or you can also use them as a manual cleaning tool. So dual use with the machines. So you can use the robots in a variety of different ways. So let us step through some of the ways that you can navigate the machine. You can see this machine is now autonomously lapping into the environment. So the machines can go through an area and just autonomously build maps. They don't need to be connected into Wi-Fi. They are intelligent enough that they can move around the environment by themselves. Putting them into Wi-Fi, I know that's often a common question. Do they need for security? Yeah, so the technology, you can deploy it in a few different ways. We'll just show an infographic at the moment of several ways that you can use the robotic systems. So, Mike, if you could just bring up the infographic. So you can come out with one way to use the robots is coming out with a trolley full of autonomously navigating machines and deploying a fleet of robots into the environment. These would be whether they're rooms, whether they're offices, whether they're classrooms, whether they're hotel rooms or offices. So variety, dropping one into an area, deploying it into a corridor, and the machines will go and start working in that zone or in that area. So that's one method for them. You then come back in a couple of hours' time, pick up the robots. Maybe if it's a large area, you would change over the batteries and put them into another, drop them off again. Or maybe you've just deployed it into the one area and that's completed. So you pick them up. They could be picked up that night or maybe picked up in the morning. The morning shift might come through and just empty the rubbish of the robots at that stage. So you can use them in a variety of different ways. Use them, drop and go, or like this machine now is just lapping through the environment. So this machine hasn't mapped the environment. So this is fully learning the environment as it goes along and carrying out its lapping operation. All the robots clean in grid formation, so they clean in a block at a time. So this is worked out onto the system that it's got a block, a grid that it's going across. So we'll see if there's some questions, and let's look. Yeah. If anybody's got any questions, they can put it into the chat as we go through. Now we'll go and we'll show you some robots working into larger environments in just a few moments. We'll bring up the graphics. So you can use the machines based straight out of a docking charging system. So that's quite common to use the docking charging system and deploying them, and then they return back to the dock. So we'll just get and show you one of the largest systems now. We'll just bring up the infographic, Mike. Yeah, thanks. Okay, now we'll show you some of the larger systems. You'll see in the background one of our larger autonomous navigating systems. Yeah, just remove the infographic, Mike. Mike, just remove the, yeah, thanks. The larger autonomously navigating machine up the back. So this is for larger areas. We have the VR80 machine. So that's a FloorBotics Max 80 machine. So that's an autonomous navigating robot for larger type areas. So we'll just take a look at the system, the larger autonomous navigating system. Yeah. As the machine comes through, just go. So this has obstacle detection. It can detect people. All of these machines can operate both autonomously or even manual. So if you want to operate the machine manually, we can put it into a manual mode and the robot goes into being a normal vacuum sweeping. They work on all different floor surfaces, from carpeted floor surfaces to vinyls. We've got it on here on concrete, and they can work on carpet. So there's carpet brushes. So they're sweeping. This is an 80 wide machine, autonomously navigating, and with obstacle detection. So we'll just check to see what sort of questions that people have coming up. So just bear with us for a sec. Yeah, okay, so there's a couple of questions on dustbin size. Really, when a machine's going out on a daily basis, you don't need a big dustbin. So this has a vacuum container and a sweeping container for larger particles on there. So it's got dual containers to dual capacities. You're round about the 15 litre mark for the containers, both sweeping for large particles as well as the vacuuming. Let's have a look to see what other questions there. We will be doing more technical on Friday. We are doing more technical sessions and answering individual questions on the technical side. Some of them are washing and mopping onto floor surfaces, so going onto hard floors and vinyls. Yeah, a lot of someone's asked about scrubbing machines. So that we've got a whole series of machines that are getting rolled out over the oncoming next couple of months. A lot of them are washing. We're going across and washing the floor surfaces. We often try to use very low moisture because we're going in and regularly going across the floor surface. But certainly we've got machines that wash the floors as they go across. What's that? Yeah, Nick's asked, depending on the size of machine and the sensors, someone's asked about how close they get next to a surface. Yeah, so there's a range of different distances that we can set the machines to. So depending on the distance that we want them off the actual walls or the surfaces. So we can set some of those distances with the machines and the sensor systems. Are there any other questions that people have? Does the machine send alerts? Yes, yeah, the machines have notification alerts that go. On the bigger machines, okay, we've answered that. Okay, I think hopefully we've answered most of the questions there. Yeah, so quick snapshot of the units here, from some of the smaller machines to some of the larger machines. You can see in the background, these machines are just going away, lapping, cleaning the environment. Designed for corridors, really open thoroughfares, corridors, rooms. Doesn't matter whether they're small environments or large environments. You can see the navigational systems on them, very well suited to commercial environments. Okay, so I'll just double check the last, see if there's any other questions. We don't want to take too long of everybody's time, so battery capacities. Okay, good question. Yes, some of the machines, there's all different battery capacities because there's all different machine types that we have. But generally, the mid to larger size machines are into the 3 hour to 6 hour operations. So quite large battery capacities. Quite typical, some of our sites, some of our customer sites, the machines go in, and I'd say between 1 to 2 hours would be quite typical operation for the machines. But if it's a really large site, you can move, like the larger robot you've just seen just previously moving through. It might clean an hour, 1 hour or 2 hours, maybe into an area, and then you might drive it off to another new environment and redeploy it into that. So you'd put it into multiple zones. That's one way to do it. A very large facility that could, the large robot or the 55, they can go out for between 4 to 6 hours of operation, of cleaning operations. The 40 robot that's just going around here at the moment, this has changeover batteries into it. The battery pack inside of that machine is a 3 hour battery on standard, but then you can swap it over onto those and change it, swap and go basically, and redeploy the robot into another area. So that can run 24 hours a day if you keep on swapping over the batteries if you wanted to. So designed to have not one robot, but a fleet of robots that you would actually use in an environment. We'll just check the questions. Is it easy to maneuver with inbuilt handles? Yes, so the smaller 40 robot, you can lift it up and deploy it, plug the batteries in. It's very easy to change over the batteries within the machine. So very simple manual handling. And there's also trolleys that you can have to deploy the fleets of robots. So some of our robots have been in the field in different sites for several years. We've got customers that have been in place for many years, several years from showrooms, car showrooms. We've got them in schools and education locations, healthcare, hospitality environments. So quite a range of different facilities. So thank you, everybody. Hope we've opened your eyes to FloorBotics and the robotic systems. Much appreciated for everybody staying on the line. Please, next we have a technical presentation to be doing, going more in depth in some of these on Friday. So if people are interested in coming along to the technical one, please let us know. We'll be sending out information. So much appreciated for everybody's time. If you need information, please get in contact with us. So thanks for joining. Much appreciated for your time. Speak to you later, everybody. Look forward to revolutionising facility floor cleaning.